Hello. Wesley Enhanced Living Doylestown is about to begin a significant transition that we first told you about a year ago. And since it is so difficult now to get everyone together, we thought perhaps a video message was the best option to tell you about this important news. Steve Cherry is venturing into his next phase and retiring effective September 7. Steve is one of our longest serving WEL employees at nearly 30 years, stepping into the executive director role here at Doylestown almost 20 years ago. Among his many accomplishments, Steve has built a strong team here to carry on the Doylestown mission and shepherded 2 major campus renovations to maintain Doylestown as a state-of-the-art community, WEL's most successful community by many metrics. Before I introduce Steve's successor, I would like him to have an opportunity to reflect on his time here.
Thank you, Jeff. I think we could all agree that 2020 has been quite a year, but we have to look back a few because Jeff and I began talking about my retirement 3 years ago with the intent of a carefully planned transition where every detail could be managed, and guess what happened? So we know that this year has worked out to be one of the craziest years I've ever known, and I think you would agree. The pandemic has meant that the operation of our community has had to work around constantly changing information. We've had to be creative on the fly while at the same time maintain our sense of mission throughout. I am forever grateful to those of you who are staff persons at every level for your resilience and dedication. You deserve our thanks, and we're proud of all of you. So while all of this was happening, I've been trying to learn how to retire because I've never done this before. It reached a point, though, where it made a lot of sense to delay the retirement date for a couple of months. By now, we have a much better handle on managing the pandemic details, and I've been able to also see the completion of the renovation project, something of which we're very proud. So, stepping back a few hundred feet, I have to admit that 20 years is a long time to serve in one position. It's impossible to quickly summarize what I've experienced, learned, done, and not done during such a tenure. I can say that having been a part of this community has helped me grow and develop a life legacy. Memories that have included joy and heartache, challenge, success, and failure. I've often been fond of saying that my mission has been to learn and work at business techniques so that we at this community could get things to turn out the best for people. Mainly, I'm excited to think about the benefit the Doylestown community will enjoy in what Maureen brings to the task. Well, right now, I'm trying to figure out how I can stay in touch with all of you and this community enough to see how you progress and grow with the expectation that Doylestown WEL and its people will move into the future with vitality and fun. So with thanks to Jeff for the years that I've had working with him, and to Maureen for taking up all the challenges and joys of this place, I turn to Jeff to make the proper introduction.
Now I'm thrilled to introduce Maureen Casey, who will become Executive Director on Steve's retirement. Maureen joined WEL nearly 2 years ago in anticipation of stepping into this role. During those 2 years, she has served as Executive Director at both Mainline and Upper Moreland Burholme, which is roughly half the organization. While there, she has planned and executed significant renovation projects and focused on strengthening resident communications and relationships. Prior to joining WEL, Maureen has had 20+ years experience in senior living and acute care, with the majority of it with Chandler Hall.
Hello residents of WEL Doylestown. My name is Maureen Casey, and I am so pleased to be the incoming Executive Director. I would like to thank Jeff for the opportunities at WEL, and I would like to acknowledge Steve for his outstanding leadership and service to WEL, particularly at Doylestown. Steve and I have worked in partnership as Executive Directors at WEL, and I very much appreciate his collegiality. I wish him well in the next step of his journey. My journey in senior living started with my grandparents. I had the good fortune to learn and have fun with them and to travel with them and their friends. That experience transitioned into more than 20 years in senior living and healthcare. I served as the Chief Operating Officer of Chandler Hall Health Services in Newtown and had other leadership positions there for 14 years. And I worked at Albert Einstein Medical Center in Philadelphia for 10 years, most recently as the administrator of the Heart and Vascular Institute. I have been at WEL for about 2 years now and have served as the ED of Main Line, Upper Moreland, and Burholme. I've led construction projects at all 3 sites, and I'm very impressed with the project here at Doylestown. I believe my most important accomplishments are the relationships and partnerships I have built with residents, families, and staff. I have an open door policy, and I'm available to all of you. I look forward to meeting you and to learning the culture at Doylestown. I will be on campus full-time starting Monday, August 31st. Please introduce yourself. And please forgive me if I don't remember all of your names at first. I promise I will learn them. I will see you on the 31st. Be well.